Hello, this is David Stanfield. I'm coming to you from my back deck in Toowoomba in Australia, and just wanted to let you know a little bit about what you will be able to get from the workshops that I'm running on using banners in your own life to become more who God created you to be. First off, let me just say I think it's fabulous that you're coming to the conference, and if you haven't already book. You connect with people from all over the world who are called similar to your calling and feel that same sense of belonging, and it's a most extraordinary experience. So do come to the conference, and while you're there, you're going to have a choice of what can you do to expand your own ability to use your gifts, your own confidence, your own creativity. And one of the sessions that you'll be able to choose from is the one that I'm leading, which is about banners and how they can change your life. Speaking to people who are already creative, who are already feeling that they can move and they want to move. Why banners? What does that add? Well, I think it gives you a chance to play with color, to play with movement, to explore things that you haven't explored before, perhaps, to feel the sensualness of banners and how they can be used to affect all of the senses. So not just sight, but smell and feel and touch, and sound and everything. That it just gives you another vocabulary, another use. And banners tend to expand what you're already doing. So banners make it bigger, make it more visible. And so primarily speaking, for you as a minister, for you as an artist, banners can give you another tool, another weapon that expands your repertoire, expands what you can do, adds variety to what you're doing. But more than that, it actually builds strength and character and confidence in who you are and how you hear from God. All of the banners that we'll be using have a name of God associated with them. And so it's in this context, what's the name of God that I want to lift up? What does that mean? And it becomes an extension and helps you to go deeper, to understand more widely. And banners are supposed to be interacted with, and they're not just for the four walls, they're actually for the world. And so you'll explore how to use banners outside. During the conference, we'll actually be doing a march through the town where you'll see the impact of color and movement in the hands of Christians on the atmosphere of a city. And so that's a little opportunity that you can get whether you come to the workshops that I'm involved with or not. But I want to say that banners are actually interactive. They're something that you can expand on and play with and try in lots of different ways. There's no right or wrong way to do it. And so I just give you the foundations for the theology, the biblical theology. Why did God command us to use banners? Why did God command men to use banners? And how can that change the atmosphere and your confidence as an individual, but also in a group? We'll also be exploring how to use banners inside the context of structured Christianity and outside, beyond the four walls. And just getting a sense for who we as creative people are, and how do we resist this pressure to not be seen, to not draw attention to ourselves. So the idea is a banner is supposed to be seen. That's what the Bible says, that's what it's there for. How do we apply that to the context in which we live in order to bring more life? So that's for you as an individual coming, just giving you a confidence, giving you a sense of how you can use banners on the pole and off the pole to bring freedom, to bring healing, to speak prophetically, to minister to people. People allow themselves to be touched by banners in ways that they don't allow themselves to be touched by other forms of dance that we're involved with. So I would encourage you to look at the possibility of exploring banners outside of the context of performance, but just for changing your own life, setting you free, and also bringing freedom to others. And I think that that's possibly another area that would be really helpful for dancers who are a bit isolated or who struggle to find the space or to get people up and moving. Banners are an easy step in to movement. So I don't use the D word around most men and in most contexts that I'm operating. I talk about movement instead. And that allows people to feel that they can begin to move and begin to step into this area of creative arts and movement. And Banners becomes a gateway, a way in that's fairly simple, fairly straightforward. Anybody can do it. And so those would be two of the major reasons to come, and what you'll get out of the workshop is an understanding of how a bit of fabric on a pole can absolutely change the way you behave, the way you interact with people, but it also becomes a bridge to invite other people into the space of the visual arts, the creative arts, movement, inside and outside the four walls. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the conference.